Kumusta po kayo? Have you ever thought about the pandesal you have every morning? Or perhaps that tasty white bread for merienda? These are staples in our Filipino diet, aren't they? But what if I told you that some of these familiar breads might actually be doing more harm than good, especially as we get older? It might sound surprising, even a little alarming, but it's a truth we need to face for our health. Many of us grew up eating these kinds of bread. They bring back memories, and they're so convenient. However, our bodies change as we age, and what was once okay might now be something we need to be more careful about. There are certain types of bread that can sneakily affect our energy levels, our digestion, and even our overall well-being. On the other hand, there are also wonderful kinds of bread out there, perhaps less common in our daily meals, but incredibly beneficial for us. These are the breads that can give us sustained energy, help our digestion, and provide important nutrients that our bodies need more of as we age. In this video, we're going to take a close look at 4 types of bread that might be chow-chow, malit na banta, to our health, the ones we might want to think twice about before reaching for them. We will also uncover 4 fantastic bread options that you might want to consider adding to your daily diet. Breads that can actually contribute to a healthier and more vibrant you. So, stay with me until the end, because I have a simple yet powerful tip that might just surprise you. A little trick to make even the good breads work even better for your body. Let's get started on this journey to healthier eating together. Now, let's talk about the first kind of bread that many of us Filipinos consume regularly, maybe even daily. The beloved white bread, including our very own pandesal made from refined white flour. Think about it. How often do we see white bread on our tables? It's almost always there, right? It's soft, it's easy to eat, and it pairs well with just about anything, from our morning coffee to our afternoon palaman. However, the truth is, white bread, because it's made from refined white flour, lacks a lot of the good stuff that our bodies, especially as we age, truly need. When the wheat is processed to make white flour, the outer layers, the bran and the germ, are removed. These are the parts that contain most of the fiber, vitamins and minerals. What's left is mostly just starch. This means that when we eat white bread, our bodies quickly break it down into sugar. This rapid increase in blood sugar can lead to energy crashes, making us feel tired and sluggish shortly after eating. For those of us who might be managing our blood sugar levels, this can also be a concern. Furthermore, the lack of fiber in white bread can also affect our digestion. Fiber is so important for keeping our digestive system moving smoothly, preventing constipation, which can become more of an issue as we get older. Without enough fiber, we might experience discomfort and other digestive problems. Think about the times you've eaten a lot of white bread. Did you notice feeling full initially but then hungry again soon after? Or perhaps you experienced some bloating or discomfort. It could be related to the lack of fiber and the rapid sugar spike. Instead of providing us with sustained energy and essential nutrients, white bread can often leave us feeling drained and nutritionally empty. It's like filling up your gas tank with something that looks like fuel but doesn't really make your engine run efficiently in the long run. Now, I know that pandesal is a cultural icon for us Filipinos. It's a part of our mornings, a comfort food that brings back so many memories. I'm not saying we have to completely banish it from our lives, but perhaps we can become more mindful of how much we're eating and consider it more of an occasional treat rather than a daily staple. Maybe we can try to pair it with more fiber-rich foods, like a side of fruit or vegetables, to help balance things out. The key here is awareness and making informed choices for our health. We want to nourish our bodies with foods that will keep us feeling strong and energetic, so we can continue to enjoy our lives to the fullest. So, while white bread and its many forms might be convenient and familiar, it's important to understand its limitations and potential drawbacks, especially for our health as we journey through our senior years. This understanding can guide us towards making better choices that truly support our well-being. The next type of bread we should be cautious about, especially as we prioritize our health over 60, is what we often call sweet bread or pastries. Think of those delicious-looking buns filled with ube, coconut or cheese, or those tempting sweet rolls glazed with sugar. These treats are definitely a part of our Filipino culture and are hard to resist sometimes, especially during special occasions or as a pasalubong. However, just like white bread, many of these sweet breads are also made with refined white flour, which, as we discussed, lacks essential fiber and nutrients. But what makes these even more of a concern is the high amount of added sugar and often unhealthy fats they contain. The extra sugar in these breads can lead to the same rapid blood sugar spikes and crashes we talked about with white bread, potentially contributing to energy dips and even increasing the risk of certain health conditions over time. Moreover, many of these sweet breads are also high in unhealthy fats, such as saturated and trans fats. These types of fats, when consumed in excess, can have negative effects on our heart health and cholesterol levels, which is something we need to be particularly mindful of as we age. Think about how often we might indulge in these sweet treats without really considering their impact on our bodies. A little treat now and then is perfectly fine, of course. Life is about enjoying things. But when these sugary, fatty breads become a regular part of our diet, they can start to take a toll on our health. They can contribute to weight gain, make it harder to manage blood sugar levels, and potentially increase the risk of heart problems. It's like giving our bodies a quick burst of pleasure, but then leaving them with a burden to process all that extra sugar and unhealthy fat. Instead of providing us with sustained energy and nourishment, these sweet breads often offer empty calories. Calories that don't come with many vitamins, minerals or fiber. So, while that ube bun or cheese roll might seem like a comforting snack, it's worth considering if there are healthier alternatives that can satisfy our cravings without compromising our well-being. Perhaps we can opt for whole grain versions of some of these treats, if available, or maybe we can limit our consumption of them to special occasions. The key is to be aware of what's in these sweet breads and to make conscious choices that support our long-term health goals. We want to enjoy our food, yes, but we also want to fuel our bodies with things that will keep us feeling our best as we continue to live active and fulfilling lives. Now, let's move on to another type of bread that might be sneaking its way into our diets without us realizing its potential downsides: processed sandwich breads that are often heavily marketed as convenient and sometimes even as healthy because they might be enriched with a few vitamins. These are the pre-sliced loaves you find in the supermarket that are perfect for making quick sandwiches. While they seem like a practical option, especially for a fast meal or a light snack, many of these commercially produced sandwich breads can contain a long list of ingredients that aren't necessarily beneficial for our health, particularly as we get older. One of the main issues with many processed sandwich breads is that they are also primarily made from refined white flour, meaning they lack the fiber and nutrients we've already discussed. But beyond that, they often contain various additives, preservatives, and artificial ingredients that are used to extend their shelf life, improve their texture, or enhance their flavor. These can include things like dough conditioners, emulsifiers, and artificial sweeteners. While these additives are generally considered safe in small amounts, the cumulative effect of consuming them regularly over time is something to consider. Furthermore, some processed sandwich breads might also contain hidden sugars and unhealthy fats, even if they don't taste particularly sweet or fatty. These can be added to improve the bread's softness and palatability. Just like with white bread and sweet breads, the lack of fiber in these processed options can negatively impact our digestion, and the potential for hidden sugars and unhealthy fats can contribute to blood sugar imbalances and heart health concerns. Think about the ingredients list on a package of your regular sandwich bread. You might be surprised to see how many things are listed there besides just flour, water, and yeast. Many of these added ingredients don't really contribute to our nutritional well-being. Instead of providing us with the natural goodness of whole grains, these processed breads can sometimes feel more like empty calories with a side of artificial ingredients. Now, I understand the appeal of convenience, especially when we want a quick and easy meal. But perhaps we can explore other options for our sandwiches that involve less processed breads, or even consider alternatives to sandwiches altogether that include more whole, natural foods. By being more aware of what goes into these processed sandwich breads, we can make more informed choices that prioritize our health and well-being in the long run. We want to nourish our bodies with simple, wholesome ingredients as much as possible, especially as we age, to support our energy levels, digestion, and overall vitality. So, next time you reach for that pre-sliced loaf, maybe take a moment to consider the ingredients and whether there might be a less processed, more nutritious alternative available. Finally, the fourth type of bread we should be very cautious about, and perhaps try to avoid altogether, are those that contain artificial trans fats, often listed as partially hydrogenated oils on the ingredients label. While trans fats are becoming less common in many food products due to increased awareness of their harmful effects, they can still be found in some commercially baked goods, including certain types of bread, especially those that are mass-produced or have a very long shelf life. Artificial trans fats are created during a process called hydrogenation, where hydrogen is added to vegetable oils to solidify them and make them more stable. This process was initially used to improve the texture and shelf life of foods. However, research has shown that trans fats can have significant negative impacts on our health, particularly our heart health. They can raise our bad cholesterol, LDL levels, and lower our good cholesterol, HDL levels, increasing our risk of heart disease, which is a major concern for seniors. Furthermore, some studies have also linked trans fat consumption to an increased risk of type 2 diabetes and other health problems. The problem with trans fats is that even small amounts can have a negative effect on our bodies over time. They don't offer any nutritional benefits and can actually be quite detrimental to our cardiovascular health. Now, it's important to read food labels carefully to identify if a bread product contains partially hydrogenated oils. Sometimes, the amount of trans fat per serving might be listed as 0 if it's below a certain threshold. But if you see partially hydrogenated oil in the ingredients list, it means the product does contain trans fats, even if it's a small amount per serving. Given the serious health risks associated with trans fats, it's best to err on the side of caution and choose bread products that are explicitly labeled as having 0 trans fats and do not contain partially hydrogenated oils in their ingredients. Our heart health is so important as we age, and making dietary choices that support it is crucial. By being vigilant about avoiding trans fats in our bread and other foods, we are taking a significant step towards protecting our cardiovascular well-being and ensuring a healthier future. So, always take a moment to check those ingredient lists. It's a small effort that can make a big difference to your health in the long run. Now that we've talked about the breads we should be more careful about, let's move on to the exciting part. The 4 types of bread that you absolutely must consider eating daily to support your health and well-being as a senior Filipino. Let's now shift our focus to the wonderful world of breads that can actually be incredibly beneficial for our health as we get older. The first type of bread I highly recommend incorporating into your daily diet is whole wheat bread. Unlike white bread, which we discussed earlier, whole wheat bread is made using the entire wheat kernel, the bran, the germ, and the endosperm. This means it retains all the natural fiber, vitamins, and minerals that are stripped away during the processing of white flour. The high fiber content in whole wheat bread is fantastic for our digestive health. It helps to keep things moving smoothly, preventing constipation and promoting a healthy gut. A healthy gut is linked to so many other benefits, including better nutrient absorption and even a stronger immune system. Furthermore, the fiber in whole wheat bread helps to slow down the digestion of carbohydrates, leading to a more gradual release of glucose into the bloodstream. This can help stabilize our blood sugar levels, providing us with sustained energy throughout the day instead of those energy spikes and crashes we experience with white bread. This is particularly important as we age, as maintaining stable blood sugar levels is key for overall health and can help reduce the risk of developing type 2 diabetes. Whole wheat bread is also a good source of essential nutrients like B vitamins, iron, magnesium, and zinc, all of which play important roles in maintaining our energy levels, nerve function, and overall vitality. When you're choosing whole wheat bread, it's important to look for the words 100% whole wheat on the packaging. Some breads might be labeled as wheat bread, but still contain a significant amount of refined white flour. The goal is to choose options where whole wheat flour is the primary ingredient. You can easily incorporate whole wheat bread into your daily meals. Use it for your morning toast, make healthy sandwiches with it, or even have it as a side with your meals instead of white rice occasionally. The slightly nutty flavor and denser texture might be a change if you're used to white bread, but it's a change that your body will thank you for. Think of it as upgrading from a basic fuel to a premium, nutrient-rich fuel for your body. By making the switch to whole wheat bread, you're not just choosing a different type of bread, you're making a conscious decision to nourish your body with fiber, essential vitamins, and minerals that will support your health and well-being in your senior years. It's a simple yet powerful step towards a healthier you. Moving on to our second must-eat bread, let's talk about whole grain rye bread. Rye bread, especially those made with a significant amount of whole grain rye flour, offers a unique set of health benefits that are particularly valuable for seniors. Like whole wheat bread, whole grain rye bread is rich in fiber, which, as we've discussed, is crucial for digestive health and helps in maintaining stable blood sugar levels. However, rye also contains a type of fiber called arabinoxylan, which has been shown in some studies to have additional benefits for gut health and may even play a role in reducing the risk of certain chronic diseases. Rye bread often has a denser texture and a slightly sour or earthy flavor compared to wheat bread, which might be a delightful change for your palate. It's a staple in many European countries and is known for its heartiness and nutritional value. Beyond fiber, whole grain rye is also a good source of important minerals like manganese, phosphorus, magnesium, iron, and zinc. These minerals are essential for various bodily functions, including energy production, bone health, and immune support. Some research also suggests that consuming rye may have benefits for weight management and could even help improve cholesterol levels. When choosing rye bread, similar to whole wheat, it's important to look for options that list whole rye flour as the primary ingredient. Some rye breads available might contain a mix of rye and white flour, so checking the ingredient list is key to ensure you're getting the full nutritional benefits of whole grain rye. You can enjoy rye bread in many ways. It's excellent for making hearty sandwiches, especially with savory fillings like cheese, smoked fish, or even just some avocado and vegetables. It also pairs wonderfully with soups and stews. Perhaps you can try incorporating it into your merienda with a slice of cheese or a healthy spread. Trying whole grain rye bread can be an exciting way to diversify your diet and add a nutritious and flavorful option to your daily meals. It's a bread that has been enjoyed for centuries and is known for its resilience and the sustenance it provides. By adding whole grain rye bread to your diet, you're not only getting a good dose of fiber and essential minerals, but also potentially benefiting from the unique properties of rye that can contribute to your overall health and well-being as you embrace your golden years. Our third must-eat bread category is sourdough bread, especially those made with whole grains. Sourdough bread has gained popularity in recent years, and for good reason, particularly for its potential digestive benefits. The unique fermentation process involved in making sourdough bread might make it easier for some people to digest compared to conventionally leavened breads. During fermentation, the bacteria and wild yeasts in the sourdough starter break down some of the gluten and carbohydrates in the flour. This pre-digestion process could be beneficial for individuals who experience mild gluten sensitivities or digestive discomfort with other types of bread. Furthermore, sourdough bread often has a lower glycemic index compared to white bread. This means that the carbohydrates in sourdough are broken down and absorbed more slowly by the body, leading to a more gradual rise in blood sugar levels. This is another significant advantage for maintaining stable energy levels and supporting overall metabolic health as we age. Sourdough bread also has a distinctive tangy flavor and a chewy texture that many find appealing. It's typically made with just flour, water, and salt, although some variations might include other ingredients. When choosing sourdough bread for its health benefits, opting for those made with whole wheat or other whole grain flours will further enhance its nutritional value by providing more fiber, vitamins, and minerals. You can find sourdough bread in many bakeries and some supermarkets. It's delicious toasted, as part of a sandwich, or simply enjoyed with a drizzle of olive oil. Consider trying different types of sourdough made with various whole grains to find your favorites. Incorporating whole grain sourdough bread into your diet can be a flavorful and potentially gut-friendly way to enjoy bread while also benefiting from its lower glycemic index. It's a bread with a rich history and a unique preparation process that might offer some digestive advantages and contribute to more stable blood sugar levels, both of which are important aspects of healthy aging. So, if you haven't tried whole grain sourdough yet, it might be a wonderful addition to your daily bread choices. Finally, the fourth type of bread I highly recommend incorporating into your daily diet is flatbreads made from whole grains, such as whole wheat pita bread or whole grain tortillas. Ensure they are truly whole grain and not just made with refined flour with some added bran. These types of breads can be incredibly versatile and offer a good alternative to traditional loaf breads, often with fewer ingredients and potentially higher fiber content, especially if they are made with whole wheat or other whole grains. Whole grain flatbreads are typically thinner than loaf breads, and a single serving can sometimes have fewer calories while still providing a good amount of fiber, which helps with satiety and digestion. They can be used in countless ways in our Filipino cuisine as well as in international dishes. Think about using whole wheat pita bread to scoop up your favorite ulam, like a healthy chicken adobo or a vegetable stew. Whole grain tortillas can be used to make healthy wraps filled with lean protein, vegetables, and a light sauce, a great alternative to a heavy sandwich. You can also lightly toast or bake them to make crispy chips to enjoy with dips or as a side to your meals. When choosing whole grain flatbreads, again, it's crucial to check the ingredient list to ensure that whole wheat flour or other whole grain flours are listed as the primary ingredients. Avoid those made primarily with refined white flour, even if they are labeled with terms like multigrain, which doesn't necessarily mean they are predominantly whole grain. The versatility of whole grain flatbreads makes them an easy addition to your daily meals. They can be a convenient option for quick lunches, light dinners, or even healthy snacks. By choosing whole grain versions, you are opting for a bread that is likely to be higher in fiber and nutrients compared to those made with refined flours. This can support your digestive health, help manage blood sugar levels, and provide you with sustained energy throughout the day. So, explore the world of whole grain flatbreads. They might just become a new staple in your healthy eating plan, offering both convenience and nutritional benefits as you continue to live a vibrant and active life in your senior years. Now, as I promised at the beginning, I have a simple yet surprising tip to enhance your daily bread intake, even the good ones we just talked about. And it's this: pair your bread with healthy fats and protein whenever possible. Think about it. If you're having a slice of whole wheat toast instead of just spreading a little jam, which is often high in sugar, consider topping it with some mashed avocado and a sprinkle of seeds, or maybe some sliced hard-boiled egg. If you're enjoying a whole grain flatbread, fill it with grilled chicken or fish and some hummus. Why is this so important? Because healthy fats and protein help to slow down the digestion of carbohydrates even further, leading to a more gradual and sustained release of energy and helping to keep you feeling fuller for longer. They also add essential nutrients that might be lacking in the bread alone. For example, avocado provides healthy monounsaturated fats and fiber, while eggs are a great source of protein and various vitamins and minerals. Nuts and seeds also offer healthy fats, protein, and fiber. By combining your healthy breads with these nutrient-rich companions, you're not just enjoying a meal or a snack, you're creating a more balanced and satisfying eating experience that supports your overall health and well-being. It's a simple trick, but it can make a significant difference in how your body processes the carbohydrates in bread and how you feel throughout the day. So, the key takeaway is not just about choosing the right kinds of bread, but also about being mindful of what you pair them with to maximize their nutritional benefits and support your energy levels and satiety. Remember, small, consistent changes in our diet can lead to big improvements in our health over time. So start incorporating these healthier bread options into your daily meals. And don't forget to pair them with those good fats and proteins. Your body will thank you for it. And that brings us to the end of our discussion today about breads for seniors. I truly hope this information has been helpful and has given you some practical ideas on how to make healthier choices when it comes to this common food in our Filipino diet. Remember, taking care of our health is one of the most important things we can do, especially as we enjoy our golden years. Small changes in our eating habits, like choosing the right kinds of bread, can make a real difference in our energy levels, our digestion, and our overall well-being. I encourage you to try some of the whole grain options we talked about: whole wheat, rye, and whole grain sourdough and flatbreads. Experiment with different ways to include them in your meals and see how you feel. And don't forget that simple tip about pairing your bread with healthy fats and protein. Now, I'd love to hear from you. What are your favorite kinds of bread? Are there any healthier options you already enjoy? Share your thoughts and experiences in the comments below. Your insights can be helpful to others in our community. If you found this video informative, please give it a like. It helps us reach more people who might benefit from this information. And if you haven't already, consider subscribing to our channel for more helpful tips on senior health and well-being here in the Philippines. We're here to support you in living your healthiest and happiest life at every age. Salamat po for watching, and I wish you all the best of health and happiness. Until our next video, take care and God bless. Live your best life, mga kababayan.